The MCU need to do two things to get positive feedback. Get Ryan Reynolds and shut the fuck up. The first official trailer for the Deadpool 3 movie has been released, and it's been a while since an MCU project has had this much positivity surrounding it before the actual movie comes out. You can thank Ryan Reynolds for that. On the Ryan Reynolds YouTube page, the trailer has 1.1 million likes. You can thank Ryan for that. The trailer posted on the Marvel YouTube page has only 287,000 likes. It's still a fuck you to Marvel, but you know, it's the same trailer, by the way. I have full confidence that this movie will be a good movie. Even though it's an MCU movie, it's also a Ryan Reynolds movie. The people that work on the other MCU projects have nothing to do with this movie. I think that's a reason, not the reason, but a reason why this movie has so much positivity surrounding it. Even with that being said, it seems that the MCU is going in the right direction for the first time in a while. Even though they don't really have anything to do with Deadpool 3, it's still a movie that will go down as an MCU movie, and they have also been cooking with X-Men 97. Now, will they ultimately fuck it all up again?
Of course!
But you know, we'll take our wins gladly. A huge problem the MCU had was there was just too much shit coming out, and they were spread too thin. The quality of everything just dropped. The idea of making those live action shows turned out to be a terrible one. There was not a single show that you could say was more than an okay show or solid. It was one of the greatest examples of it will always be quality over quantity, and it will never be the opposite. On top of that, there were so many debates over the politics that are in all of Marvel's shows and movies nowadays. Whatever side of the debate that you're on, you could admit that it was a negative for Marvel to have this much controversy over every single movie and show they've been releasing. There was just so much unneeded noise for Marvel. Fans going back and forth online, debating, disagreeing on the politics of the shows and the movies. It became very toxic, and Marvel just needed to slow down for everyone just to chill out and reset, and that's what they did. It was one of the best decisions Marvel has ever made. Marvel seems to be in a solid spot right now. At least it's better off than it was like a year ago. But again, do I believe that they will just fuck it all up again?
Of course!
But for right now, things seem to be settled down. Oh, have the mighty have fallen though. It's really a big deal now that the MCU is just headed in the right direction and that it's not just in the right place. To the Deadpool 3 trailer. After getting lost in the Ryan Reynolds profile picture, I started to actually pay attention to the trailer, and there was a couple things that stood out to me. The first one was that Deadpool's mission is to capture Wolverine from a different timeline. In this timeline, Wolverine let everyone down, whatever that means. After hearing that, two questions came to my head. Why is Deadpool working for the TVA, and how did Wolverine let everyone down? One of those questions get answered later in the trailer, and that's why Deadpool is working for the TVA. In the teaser trailer, the first scene is he is somehow with all his friends and his wife that died, but somehow she's alive. Later, we see that the TVA takes him, so he definitely just got in a different timeline that she was alive. Now in this trailer, Deadpool says he's about to lose everything that he once loved to Wolverine. So my guess is that Deadpool struck a deal with the TVA that if he captures Wolverine for them, they will let him stay in a timeline where all his friends and wife are alive. But then we see Deadpool fight the TVA and seem to team up with Wolverine. I think it's going to be one of those, oh, I was going to trade you in to benefit myself, but then I feel bad, so I'll help you break out now. In this trailer, we also get introduced to the main villain of the movie. I thought the main villain was going to be the TVA, but it looks like they're just going to be the side bitch. The main villain is going to be this bald white girl that can control people's body. They really couldn't come up with anything different. We already have a bald white bitch in the MCU. Is this like her sister or some shit? We'll see if she's a good villain. I have faith in Ryan though. I keep seeing articles asking if this is gonna save the MCU. Let me come close for this. Hell no. It'll help with their reputation, but it won't be a turning point of quality for the movies going forward. The people involved with this movie are there just because of Ryan Reynolds. They're not gonna be in the other movies because Ryan Reynolds is not gonna be in any other MCU projects. The MCU could learn from Deadpool 3, but I doubt it. They'll just see that this movie does great and just walk over it and go back to what they were doing before. I'm sorry to be so negative about the MCU, but I've lost all my optimistic thinking for it. I have to see it to believe it. Like for X-Men 97, I think it's a great show now, but I had to see it first to believe it. I didn't think it was going to be good before I saw it, because the MCU has lost that trust for me and a lot of other people. The MCU needs to string a couple of good projects together to gain the trust back. Deadpool 3 is going to give them a little bit of a head start, and they'll just need to follow through. I am talking about Deadpool 3 in such a good light, like I already saw it and I know it's good. How funny would it be if this movie turns out to be ass? I'm telling you, if this movie is ass, I really don't even know what to say. The MCU is just bad luck at this point. There is a lot of hype for this movie, and usually when a movie has this much hype, it usually doesn't live up to it. But once again, I just feel like it will. I don't really have a reason why, but I just know it's gonna be a great movie.
Alright, play Off the Grid.
We off the grid.